Hi everyone, a big welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about all of the books that I've read since we bought a house and wallpaper stripping completely took over my life. So I'm going to run through all of the books that I have read since September. Because there are so many books, I won't be talking about all of them, just the best ones, the cream of the crop. As always, we have quite the range. I have read literary fiction and non-fiction and poetry and fantasy and classics and YA. It was Halloween and Christmas, so we have some spooky books and some festive romances. We also have my first 5-star reads of 2023, of which there are quite a few, so let's do this. Babysitter by Joyce Carol Oates. 5 out of 5 stars. This is an incredible literary novel that came out last year. Joyce Carol Oates is the most seasoned and confident writer by this point. 1970s Detroit, a host of unresolved killings from a serial killer named Babysitter, local residents' lives thrown together. Voila. As always, Joyce Carol Oates' writing is stunning and convincing. Her characters are complex and fascinating. I love the vibes in here, the tinge of darkness, the moments that left you hanging, literary character exploration, and scathing, illuminating social commentary at its best. Glut by Ramona Herdman, 3 out of 5 stars. The Pig That Wants to Be Eaten by Julian Baggini, 3.5 out of 5 stars. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan, 3.5 out of 5 stars. The School for Good Mothers by Jasmine Chan, 3 out of 5 stars. Devotion by Hannah Kent, 5 out of 5 stars. I had been meaning to read some Hannah Kent for forever, and she totally lived up to the hype. This is a historical novel set in Prussia in the 1830s. 15-year-old Hannah's family are old Lutherans, worshipping in secret when they are offered free passage to Australia to live freely without fear. It's also about Hannah's relationship with Thea, Hannah's best friend and kindred spirit. This was beautiful and whimsical and just lush. The most emotional and turbulent journey. I was swept up by everything. Kind of took my breath away as I was reading. Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan, 5 out of 5 stars. This is a super short literary novel set in a small town in Ireland in the 1980s on the weeks running up to Christmas. Coal merchant and father Bill is facing the busiest time of the year when he makes a delivery to a local convent and makes a shocking discovery. This packs a massive punch. It had such a strong effect on me. The writing is simplistic and perfectly placed. Claire Keegan seems to see right through to the heart of everything. It's about small towns and complicit silence and empathy. It is understated and beautiful and painful. Totally amazing. Treacle Walker by Alan Garner, 2 out of 5 stars. Verity by Colleen Hoover, 4 out of 5 stars. Radical Normalization by Celia Sorhaindo, 3 out of 5 stars. A Helping Hand by Celia Dale, 4 out of 5 stars. In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, 4 out of 5 stars. My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, 3 out of 5 stars. Haunted Houses by Lynn Tillman, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Marigold and Rose by Louise Gluck, 4 out of 5 stars. I'm Totally Killing Your Vibes by Aaron Warner, 3 out of 5 stars. Filthy Animals by Brandon Taylor, 3.5 out of 5 stars. The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, 5 out of 5 stars. This is a Victorian classic telling the story of a drawing master named Walter as he travels to Cumberland, falls in love with his student and becomes embroiled in a ghosty, mysterious, sinister plot. I loved this. Wilkie Collins is a new favourite author of mine. This is such a ride. The plot is twisty and dramatic. The vibes are eerie and suspenseful. Also just true Victorian goodness from the characters and the settings and the flowery Victorian writing. So good. Waiting for Ted by Marieke Big, 3 out of 5 stars. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, 3.5 out of 5 stars. The X-Hex by Erin Sterling, 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a witchy romance novel telling the story of witch Vivienne, who, when brokenhearted, puts a curse on her ex-boyfriend. Now the gorgeous man has returned to the town faced with calamity after calamity, and the two must put aside their angst and chemistry and try to find a way to break the breakup curse. This is the perfect Halloween read, all of the witchiness and pumpkinness and coziness that you could want. Also, the romance is delightful and hilarious. The other ones by Fran Hart, 3.5 out of 5 stars. The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman, 5 out of 5 stars. This is a historical novel telling the story of Tom and Isabella, who are lighthouse keepers, solely inhabiting an island off the coast of Australia in the 1920s. One day, a boat washes up to the island carrying a baby and her dead father, and Tom and Isabella make a life-changing decision. This was a reread for me. I absolutely love this book. So well-rounded, it delivers everything. Perfectly plotted, consumable writing, morally ambiguous characters who you end up deeply empathizing with. One of the most emotional books I've ever read. It will rip your heart from your chest. Fathers and Sons by Ivan Turgenev, 4 out of 5 stars. Heritage Aesthetics by Anthony Anaxagoru, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Santa Maybe by Mary Jane Barker, 3 out of 5 stars. Elizabeth Barrett Browning Selected Poems, 3 out of 5 stars. The Christmas Escape by Sarah Morgan, 4 out of 5 stars. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, 5 out of 5 stars. This is a beloved classic following the 4 March sisters navigating life and love and friendship during the Civil War in Massachusetts. We all know what this is about by now. This was another reread for me. This is one of my favourite books of all time. Perfect in every way. I will forever love this book, and rereading it around Christmas is one of my favourite things to do. The Christmas Carols by Mel Taylor Besant, 3.5 out of 5 stars. A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, 5 out of 5 stars. This is the much anticipated prequel to the beloved queer feminist dragon fantasy novel The Priory of the Orange Tree. This is now newly out. I was super lucky to get hold of this gorgeous proof copy. This was spectacular. It is absolutely massive, and it was worth every single page. Gorgeous world building, brilliant plotting, an array of wonderful, engaging characters. This was such a ride, and honestly, even better than Priory. On to 2023, Foster by Claire Keegan, 3.5 out of 5 stars. The No-Show by Beth O'Leary, 5 out of 5 stars. This is the newest contemporary romance novel by Beth O'Leary following 3 female strangers, Siobhan, Miranda and Jane, when they are all stood up on Valentine's Day by the same man. Beth O'Leary is one of my favourite romance writers. There is something about her writing and her characters that I just devour. Her plots are playful and endearing. Her characters are so authentic and charming. Multiple perspectives, intertwining plots, friendship, romance, a satisfying ending, perfection. Bunny Girls by Angela Redman, 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a new poetry collection from one of my favourite poetry publishers, Nine Arches Press. This collection explores girlhood, including themes of anxiety and autism and the cultural ideals behind femininity. I fell in love with Angela Redman when I read her debut novel a few years ago, so I was so excited to read some of her poetry. I love the whimsy to her writing, the magical realism that she is so distinctive for. This is dark and punchy and creative. Highly, highly recommend this collection. Our Missing Heart by Celeste Ng, 4 out of 5 stars. Rebel Bodies by Sarah Graham, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Panic Response by John McCullough, 4 out of 5 stars. Ryamble by Priya Hine, 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one is brand new, just come out from the Indigo Press. It is set in Mauritius and follows a 15-year-old girl named Noemi who is forced to work for a wealthy white family on the other side of the slums where she grew up. This is about the long-standing cycles of class and ethnicity, violence and power, and about flawed paradises. I found this to be eye-opening, seductive and blistering. A really powerful read. Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins-Reid, 5 out of 5 stars. This is the newest novel by the stunning Taylor Jenkins-Reid. It follows a legendary female tennis player who returns from her retirement to reclaim her title as the best tennis player in the world from a younger tennis player. I loved The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I was praying this book would be as good, and it was. She knows how to weave a story. She knows how to create the most interesting, dislikable but likable characters. High stakes rivalry, romance, vulnerability. I completely devoured this one. They Call It Love by Alva Gottby, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy, 4 out of 5 stars. The Thing in the Gapstone Style by Alice Oswald, 5 out of 5 stars. This was Alice Oswald's first poetry collection, published in the 1990s. It is comprised of nature poetry and love poetry. I completely loved this. Alice Oswald is a favourite poet of mine, and this just cemented that. Her poems just make complete sense to me. They make me think and they make me feel. This collection just spoke to me. I loved it so much. Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, 4 out of 5 stars. Nothing Can Hurt You Now by Simone Campos, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Feminine Gospels by Carol Ann Duffy, 5 out of 5 stars. Another favourite poet of mine. This collection tells a story of all kinds of women, real and mythical, royals to the girl next door. Carol Ann Duffy hits every single time. This is lyrical and playful and fun to read aloud. It is sassy and scathing and thought-provoking. There's wider reaching metaphorical poetry in here and more personal romantic poetry. Left me smiling and feeling totally in awe. A Spell of Good Things by Ayobami Adebayo, 3 out of 5 stars. And finally, Flight by Lynn Steger Strong, 5 out of 5 stars. Ending on an amazing one. This is a literary novel following 3 siblings and their families as they converge the first Christmas after their mother has passed away. This is character-focused literary perfection. Super zoomed in timeline, jumping from the perspectives of one character to another. Deliciously complex family relationships, many different feelings and emotions and perspectives at play. I thought this was incredibly well done. I loved it. So there we go. Those were all of the books that I have read since we last spoke. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about these books. I hope it gave you some new books to check out. Please do let me know what you've been reading as well over the past however many months. Tell me some of your 5-star reads. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to chatting to you down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.